what you trying to get?
Yo, man, you know what I want? Trying to get some of that frozen, some of that freeze. I'm talking about that vanilla. I'm talking about that chocolate, man. Let me get that ice cream, baby. Let's go. You feed me ice cream every day. 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 You feed me ice cream every day.
From 32 competitors, now down to 16, the rocky road to the championship, filled with fierce competition, severed friendships, and a whole lot of frozen milk. Everyone, buckle up your seatbelts, keep your hands and arms inside the vehicle at all times, and get ready for a bumpy ride. Round 2, that's right, the sweet SixCream of the 2020 Ice Cream Challenge starts right now. I'm Max Kelton, joined alongside by Matt the Tank Lewis, and boy, do we have a great day of action planned for you today. Matt, how we doing?
I'm doing great, Max. I'm happy to be on here. Happy to have the Sweet SixCream going live for you here in just a few minutes. And what a slate of competition we had last week. And it's going to be even better this week. We've got some real competitors out here today, all looking for the title of best ice cream eater in the world.
Best ice cream eater in the world. That's what is really coming out of this. From 32, now down to 16. We've seen some upsets on the way. What is the upset that you're looking for that seems most pertinent today?
You know, I have to say, I think the biggest upset that everybody should have on their board here is Tyler Berger coming in against Tim the Buzzbin. There's a big discrepancy there in times, but I think, you know, Tyler really trained up hard and he has what it takes to really pull an upset on him here today.
That's incredible, because last week you were down on Tyler Berger. You weren't thinking much of his work and his craft. Tim Buzzbin came in with that 41-second win. That was a great time last week. I think you had all your money on Tim Buzzbin. Now you're going with Tyler Berger for the upset. That's surprising to me.
Yeah, I reviewed the tape, and you know what? It really, I saw some things with Tyler's performance I think he could improve upon, and I really think that he was going to go out and you know, really improve upon his time, and he put the time in and the effort in this week and a full week of practice, and he's out here ready to compete.
Well, we talk about a full week of practice, but the record set last week by Grant, 36 seconds. Now, the practice itself this week, can he improve that time at all?
Yeah, you know, I definitely think you can. I think, you know, you got to form up on your technique a little bit. You got to critique yourself. You got to go review the tape and see where you were going a little slow. When I looked at mine, I saw a couple of times of hesitation there. You cut those out. That's a second here, second there, and you're going to whittle that time down.
So we're just about ready to get our first competitors in, but what are we doing here? Well, it is a 32 competitor tournament, now down to 16, a March Madness style bracket where competitors will face off 1v1 to see who can finish a pint of ice cream quicker than the other. So down to 16 now, the competition is kind of crunching up right here. We're seeing the best of the best competing today, and it's going to be exciting. Like I said, buckle your seatbelts. It will be a bumpy ride. Matt, all donations here going to COVID-19 relief.
Yeah, that's correct, Max. We have a corporate sponsor here that's going to be matching donations 1-for-1. So if you want to go ahead and send me a Venmo, that's at Dragon Daddy, we'll be able to go ahead and at the end of this tournament be donating this to a few different charities, CDC Relief Fund, Red Cross Relief Fund, and a couple others that are on our list of approved donors.
I know we have a goal set and we've already reached a certain amount. Can you update us with those numbers?
Yeah, so we are looking to get hit 7,500 during this broadcast. We are at 6,000. We're really trying to push that number up. So if you are watching, Venmo at Dragon Daddy, and let's get that number going up towards 7,500.
All proceeds going to COVID-19 relief. And you can see on your screen here, you can Venmo at Dragon Daddy, or you can PayPal Dragon Daddy as well. Currently, we are at 6,000 as we're looking to make that push up to 7,500 by the end of the broadcast today. So if you enjoy what we're doing, please donate. Like I said, all proceeds to COVID-19 relief. And please follow us on Instagram at Ice Cream Challenge 2020. But it looks like we are ready to bring in our first competitors of the day.
2 minutes, 10 seconds, 2 minutes, 10 seconds.
And that will do it. Matteo takes this one from Brian.
You're going down, Fuko.
And it looks
Nice.
like almost done.
Oh,
That
done.
will do it.
Pretty much life itself, you know, it's just bragging rights, you know.
Mind over matter.
This is the competition that really this whole competition rides on. This is what it's based on. So bringing that stake today, there is flagging.
Oh,
And we are done. We're getting down to the finish right here. Shimky neck and neck with Andrew. Andrew, final bite down.
I'm done.
That'll take it. He's almost done with this. Right. Let's finish it off.
And I'm going to call this technique the check.
And that's something that we haven't seen much today so far, Matt. So we're looking to see if maybe that distance from Carter.
oh, he's done.
Here is Tyler Berger almost finishing this one up. Elliot Chisholm out. Looks like Shobun might have finished this
Oh,
one. And he does
106.
just that. When all
1 minute,
odds
6
were against
seconds.
him, he will finish with the shot and shoulder. Moving on to the next round.
Okay.
And it looks like we are back and ready to rock and roll. Matteo, thank you so much for joining us. We see you in the Mario hat again. You're looking to move on from the Sweet SixCream over into the overweight 8. It's going to be a big matchup today, and you got a fierce competitor right here. What's it going to take to knock this one down?
You know, look, I'm trying to follow the recipe that worked out last week. I looked at Jake's video and I kind of took some tips. I know I need to be faster than I was last week, and that's the goal.
It's certainly going to take a better time. You know, Jacob has about a minute and a half on you. Jacob, Greg, thank you for joining us. A favorite today in this competition. Talk to me about how you're sticking to your guns. How do you take this match by match approach, even though you have a better time heading into the Sweet SixCream?
Yeah, thanks so much, John. You know, hats off to the committee crew here putting this all on. You know, you just got to take it one pint at a time. And by pint, I mean pint, not Haagen-Dazs 14 ounce. I think that's important to remember. You know, I really respect Matteo for his following the rules. So I look forward to, you know, a worthy challenger today.
Now, Matteo, I did see in that first challenge, you used 2 separate spoons, but Matt, we have different rules today, only 1 spoon. How much do you think that's going to affect this matchup here?
You know, actually, I think it's going to be an advantage for Matteo. Last time he tried to be switching spoons a little bit, he was still able to come out victorious, but we eliminated a little bit of the flair here. We wanted to have a more standardized process and really get to know who the real fastest eater is. And so I think it's going to make him a faster competitor here today.
You know, Jacob, you're the first matchup today for the Sweet SixCream. What does it mean for you to set the tone early?
You know, it means a lot, Tim. I think that we are, you know, we're really looking forward to a good match, but, you know, I'm going to come out running. I stretched earlier. I had 2 breakfasts, no lunch, so I'm feeling real ready to go.
Matteo, an underdog here. Are you ready to prove the haters wrong?
Oh, absolutely. Just different motivation than last week. Last week, I was just trying to crush Brian because it's Brian and we're friends. Here, Jake coming in hot with a very fast time, and he's just going to make me a better competitor here because I'm going to go after him.
All righty.
You know, I'd like to know, real quick, Matteo, I put this out for you. Nice bottle of Brunello. A little taste at home for you as you get
I'll take a shot with you, whatever the outcome is in the end. I'll take a shot with you.
Ready.
Sounds
We
good
are
to me,
ready to
buddy.
rock and roll. We're going to get going on the cream counter pretty soon. I'm sending it over to Matt Organista here for the countdown.
All right, guys. Tops off, spoons in hands. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go, 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 go.
And we're off. Looks like Matteo quick to it here, but Jacob over there on the left-hand side using that chug technique that we've seen work all too well. Both of them eating that vanilla today, so we're not going to see that hefty chocolate overload. Each only using one spoon as well. Now, Jacob Gray, he finished the first round at 69 seconds flat. But Matteo, really?
Oh
my goodness!
We got it done!
What a time! 25 seconds!
Holy cow!
Holy
Oh
cow!
my
We have
God!
a tournament record, and Jacob Gray is a favorite to win the championship. Oh,
I'm coming.
I'm speechless.
Woo!
That's a
26
message,
seconds.
and
That
sets
is a
the tone.
message.
What a win right there! 26 seconds. That's incredible, Matteo. You knew it was going to take a lot to win this one, but you didn't know it was going to only take 26 seconds from Jacob.
Fucking hats off, man. I don't know. I have no idea how you did that.
Jacob, you had a fast pace right out of the gate. Talk to me about your approach.
Well, I talked about 110%, and I think, that relates here today. But, you try hard, you give it all you got, and hats off to Matteo today. I didn't have to flip the switch. You might have noticed, but next week, if Lewis is watching, if I flip the switch, it's over.
Oh baby, I can't wait to meet you there, Jacob. I'm coming for you too, bro. I'll go sub 25 any day. Let's go.
Okay, let's see it. Let's see it with a pint.
Well, look, a new tournament record set, Jacob, and we'll be seeing you later on for the broadcast for Matt Lewis, and we have a couple of more opportunities to take that in with us as well. But Matteo, we thank you so much for joining us. We thank you for competing with me.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Matteo.
The Sweet
Have a great day, brother.
Thank
Right
you.
on,
Good
man.
luck, guys.
We will be seeing you soon, and we will be seeing you in the overweight weight next week. But wow, what a way to start this one off. Matt, a new tournament record, and possibly a new favorite in this tournament as well.
Yeah, it's really incredible. I did not expect him to come out here and put on that type of performance. It was very incredible. Maybe we have to take a look at that ice cream because it seemed pretty fast to go 26 seconds. I'm sure he followed the rules, but I'll be keeping a close eye on him moving forward.
Have to make sure that's regulation. He was talking about that Haagen-Dazs 14 ounces.
Hey, Matt, I'm
boy,
curious.
did he finish
Matt did 14 ounces and what was it, like 40 something seconds? What was that?
Yeah, it's 35.
Okay. All right. Good. I'm done here.
All right. I'll see you later there, Jacob.
We'll be seeing Jacob Gray on as a commentator toward the end of the day here, but one match underway today and under our belts, and boy, was it an exciting one. 26 seconds and a new tournament record for Jacob Gray. I'm Max Kelton, joined alongside by Matt Lewis. We are here for the Sweet SixCream in the 2020 Ice Cream Challenge. And that was a pretty hot way to start off. Do you expect anybody to beat that record for the rest of the day? I mean, that's a pretty hefty record to beat.
It'll be interesting to see. I think people have really fine-tuned their approach, and I do think that people are going to come here with improved times. And so it's going to be a testament to those competitors out there to see if they can actually put that as on the pedestal and then even climb above it.
Well, I'm going to send it over to Matt Organista for a quick break, but we will be back soon for match number 2. And we are back, just about ready to welcome in Stuart. Stuart, the Fork Giada, in the house. Stu, how are we doing? 56-second time for you in the Rocky Road to the Championship. You ready to beat that today?
I'm hoping so. I switched up the ice cream. We've been asked to use the Haagen-Dazs now, which is 2 ounces less. So I should beat it, right? It's less ice cream. Just
Wow.
Gonna see if I still have it in me today.
Yeah, we did see a new tournament record at 26 seconds in the first matchup today. Now, it was a hot way to start out. How do you make sure that you keep that pedal to the metal? You're putting up numbers just like that.
Well, I think maybe if I put my ice cream in the microwave, it might help out a little bit. It looked a little soupy. There's been a lot of comments over there on the YouTube, and Jacob had his own response for that. But you just have to keep your head down. Just keep eating. Just keep, one bite at a time. Just keep going, and just focus on, in my case, fork to mouth, man. That's all I can do.
Now, Stu, you're facing up against Ken K-Rod 3000 Rodriguez. I call him Kenny the Jet Rodriguez right there. He had an impressive 41-second time. He had about 15 seconds on you. But we saw a 30-second improvement in the first matchup today. It's definitely possible. You're coming in as an underdog. What do you say to the people that are doubting you today?
Well, like I said before, it's 2 ounces less ice cream. So if I figure I get an ounce per bite, that'll shave off 3 seconds right there. And then I think it's just going to be go, go, go. You just gotta hustle, light a fire under your butt and just get it done.
Stu, we're going to bring in your competitor now. We have Ken the Jet Rodriguez, Kenny K-Rod 3000 coming into the room. And like I said, a pretty tough competitor. Here is Ken as he's connecting to audio. Now, Matt, this is a heavyweight battle between two strong competitors today. What's your take?
Yeah, these are our only two competitors that are facing off today that both had sub-minute times in the Rocky Road to the Championship last week. And so I do expect a competitive matchup here. Ken probably has the edge in Vegas books, but you know what? I do expect Stu to put some pressure on him and really see these times improve.
Now we're seeing the Fork facing off against K-Rod 3000. K-Rod, 41 seconds last week. Are you looking to beat that time this week?
We're going for it. 2 ounces less.
So Stu and you, as Matt mentioned, the only two competitors facing off today that were both sub 1 minute times. This is about just the best competitor that you could face. Heading into the Sweet SixCream, are you disappointed with your draw, or are you more excited to prove people that you're a real competitor in this one?
Not for me.
K-Rod.
That's for K-Rod.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, the question was, were you upset about your draw of the competition and coming against somebody else that was sub 1 minute, or are you excited to really prove yourself as a true competitor here in this tournament?
I feel like in order to win the championship, you have to go against the very best. And I think our bracket, we have probably some of the best ice cream eaters on the face of the planet.
Definitely the best ice cream eaters this side of the Mississippi, and we're going to showcase that today. We are just about ready here for the countdown. Stu, K-Rod, we are de-lidded and rocking and rolling. I'm going to send it over to Matt Organista here for the countdown.
Guys, tops off. Spoons or forks in hand. Here we go. 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go, 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 go.
Stuart the Fork Giada using the fork today, and boy, is he heaving in. He's looking to beat that 20-second time. K-Rod 3000, very close behind. This is going to be neck and neck, and an early time will finish it. Both of them are very, very close right now. Coming down to the wire. Who will take it? K-Rod, 18 seconds. Oh, my goodness. What a win.
Woo!
Wow. I can't believe what I just saw. You talked about a bumpy ride. Well, how about an absolute hill? Oh, man, is that a great win.
Hey, will you go grab me the chocolate syrup?
K-Rod 2000, the 9-second win. The Fork. It looked like you were off to a very hot start right there, but
I actually did get a fair amount of this pint done. But I mean, I was not expecting 19 seconds. That's absurd. Hats off to you, man. That was good.
Wow.
Truly amazing, man. Ken, how do you feel?
I blacked out. Stomach is freezing.
Are you feeling anything from the brain freeze? Anything in your teeth?
I can't hear you.
Okay. Well, K-Rod, that was the performance of the tournament so far. We have seen 2 back-to-back tournament records set through the first 2 matches today. We talked about a bumpy road. This has been incredible so far. Stu, the Fork Gianna, we're grateful to have you on. We're grateful that you made it into the Sweet SixCream, and we're grateful that you have been competing with us, but we're sad to see your time come to an end in this tournament.
Yeah, let me just say thank you to everybody on the, the executive board, everybody that put in work behind the scenes to make this happen. This was really fun. You guys did a great job. I'm really happy to be a part of this. If you guys do it again, count me in.
All right. Hey, thank you for stopping by, Stuart. Thank you for all your competition, and stay safe, stay healthy. That's the most important thing out here these days.
Thanks, guys. You too.
Stu,
all right, thanks,
you're the true champion in this one. You did beat Andrew in the Rocky Road to the Championship, but K-Rod, that was a really big win. Were you expecting 18 seconds, sub 20 seconds?
No, I wasn't, considering the world record is 21 seconds.
Yeah, that world record, we did do it was a little bit of math. We could only find, it was a pace one. The world record was 6.5 pints in 6 minutes. And so we did a little division, but we couldn't actually find one for a pint. So, hats off to you. It's truly an amazing feat here.
From now on, you should tell everybody that you have the world record in ice cream pint eating. Until that record is beaten later today, we have 6 more matches, and it is a big and very possible feat. K-Rod, thanks so much for joining us. We're excited to see what you can do in the overweight.
See you next week.
We'll
All
see
right.
you next week.
See you next week, K-Rod.
Matt, what a way to start out day 3 of this tournament, round 2 of this tournament. Boy, has it been exciting. 2 tournament records back to back. I don't think anybody expected to start out this hot.
No, absolutely not, especially going sub 20 seconds. It's truly amazing. It's something that I did not expect at all. I'm actually shaking my boots a little bit. I came in, for the longest time having the top time, and these people are obliterating it. So I'm really nervous going into my competition at 410.
After the first matchup, day 1, first matchup, you had 39 seconds. That was our tournament record for a while, until day 2. It looked like you were the leader in this. And now you're going to be going up against Connor. Connor, not as stiff of competition as some of the other competitors in the Sweet SixCream. Is your road to the overweight 8 going to ultimately lead to your downfall when you compete against somebody who is up to your stature?
I don't think so. I'm going into this competition really expecting to improve my time. I'm not going to be complacent just because I am facing my nephew. I'm going to go guns to the wall and really try and break the 19-second record we have out here right now.
And we're going to throw up a graphic on the screen right now. It looks like we have an update on donations. We're at 6,500 right now. If you like what we're doing, we're trying to hit this 7,500 figure by the end of the broadcast today. Please Venmo at Dragon Daddy. Please PayPal as well. And follow us on Instagram at Ice Cream Challenge 2020. All proceeds here going to COVID-19 relief. But Matt, 2 matches under our belt today. We're getting ready for the 3rd matchup. Matt Organista is going to take a quick break right here, but we will be back in just a couple of quick seconds. are getting ready to welcome in Tim the Buzz Busbin and Tyler Ice Cream Overlord Berger. This is an interesting matchup today, but it looks like the Buzz might have the upper hand based on the round one action. We're going to send it over to this highlight reel real quick to take a look at what these two competitors have done throughout this tournament so far. Is there a technique that either of you guys are using today that you think will give you the edge on your competitor?
Keeping it simple, regular spoon, Haagen-Dazs, vanilla, and I'm going to call this technique the chug.
The cam right there, close to the carton. That's something that we haven't seen much today so far, Matt. So we're looking to see if maybe that distance from carton.
Oh, he's done. 48 seconds. What? 48 seconds.
This is incredible.
48
Wow.
seconds. That's what it.
Comes
Coming
away.
for you, Maddie. I'm coming for you, baby.
Oh my gosh.
You heard it here first, folks. That's the Buzz, and Tim the Buzz Busbin in the house today. Already eating his ice cream a little bit. He's not saving it for later. He's getting ahead of schedule. Timmy, 49 seconds in round one. Do you plan on beating that time today?
Yeah, I'd say so, Max. I've been practicing all week, as you can see, with bigger amounts of ice cream. So really excited for my matchup today against Tyler Berger. He's been a friend of mine for quite some time, but ready to take him down today.
You have about 1:30 on his time. Are you going to play down to the competition or try and set that new tournament record?
No, I mean, I've got my sights set on that Final Four competition against Matt Lewis, so I got to keep cutting that time down each week. I did see the very beginning of the pregame show, though, and Matty Lewis actually predicted this match to be the upset. So obviously, I need to prove him wrong there.
And I did want to go ahead and interject here and say one thing about the competition rules. There has been some chatter on YouTube regarding the thawing period. Each contestant is in a group thread with each other, and they are giving a text at the same time when to take out their ice cream and when to thaw. And so that it is an even playing field. You get it 15 minutes before the competition, and you are told when to thaw, when to enter, and when to compete.
Yes, we're all about fairness here. We are just about ready to let Tyler Berger in here. And tough news for Tyler. There are no burgers here, only ice cream. Now, Tim the Buzz Busbin set a pretty good time. Tyler Berger connecting to audio here. And it looks like we have Berger in the house. How we doing, Tyler?
That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
All right. Can you explain that shirt there?
Yeah, the shirt is, I think, probably the top guy in this competition. His name is Dr. Jizz 24/7.
Okay.
Yeah,
who's that?
Also named Matt Lewis.
Ah, that's me.
Alrighty. Well, we are just about ready to go. Tyler, thank you for joining us. Now
You're welcome, Max. Thank you.
Underdog in this one today. But you could come away victorious by the end of it. Now, Matt Lewis predicted this to be the upset of the day. Are you looking to prove Matt right?
Yes.
That's a pretty good answer I have there for you. How are you going to do something like that, making up maybe 1:30 with Tim at 49 seconds after round one?
I think I'm going to eat ice cream faster than Tim to do that.
Boy, truly brilliant. Brilliant take right there from Tyler Berger. I'm going to send it over here for Matt Organista. We are just about ready to get underway. We're going to be delidded.
Tim.
Here is Matt.
Good luck, man.
All right, guys. Tops off. Spoons and forks in hand. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go, 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 go.
We are off. It looked like Busbin got a quick lead right there. He had that jump off of the finish line. So here is Tyler Berger trying to catch up for this ground. Now, the pace is not the same as we've seen for a couple of the competitors before, but they are very quick right now. Tim Busbin almost done. I could see a sub-30 going right here for Busbin. Tyler Berger trying to pick up some ground. Busbin almost done with it here. He might get 28 seconds. Final scoops, and that is it.
That's it. That's it.
Busbin, 28-7. What a great performance. Once again, we've seen some of the best ice cream eating I've ever seen throughout the first 3 matches today, man.
Boy, Tim.
Oh, boy. Tyler Berger, you came in an underdog. but 30 seconds there for Tim Busman. Was there anything you could do?
No, I think he's a champion. I think the trophy says it all. I think he's going far. I think he's going really far.
What's this dog you got here with you?
His name is Guillermo. I think he can eat ice cream faster than I can, actually, too. I think next year we should do a dog competition. I'm looking out for you, Rufus.
Ooh, I call on it, Rufus.
Yeah, but great job, Tim. You're a champion. And thank you. I just want to say, Matt Lewis, you have actually taken this concept of an ice cream challenge into a real thing. And it's amazing to see what you've done with it. I'm so proud of it. So proud of you. This is awesome.
Thank you, Tyler. And Timmy B, how do you feel coming in with a victory?
Feeling pretty good. I mean, not as much when it's against one of your good friends, but love Tyler, great competitor, and not really looking forward to the rest of the night with some of the teeth pain that I'm expecting.
Yeah, can you elaborate on that? What do you mean by teeth pain?
Yeah, so last week my teeth hurt really bad for about 3 days, and it seemed like a bunch of the competitors had the same thing. So, might have to try something different tonight to try to bypass that.
And what do you think about coming in next week? Are you gonna do anything in between the week to prepare and shave off some more seconds at a time? Ken came in with 19 seconds. Are you gonna be able to get it down that low?
Yeah, that's gonna be really tough, man. That was probably my best effort there. But I'm feeling it right now.
How do you prepare for a meeting against one of the best in this competition next week?
It's pretty much the same thing. Got to get mentally prepared. Might have to hop on the Peloton before and do some mental preparation, and we'll see. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing it as well. Tyler, we want to thank you for joining, for being a part of this, and for making it to the Sweet SixCream. Tim, we want to thank you for joining today. We're excited to see what you can do in the Overweight 8 next weekend.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks. Matt,
we've seen some impressive performances. 3 matches, 3 sub 30 seconds times. And I don't know if anybody was expecting this coming out of the gate. It looks like competition has really stepped up.
Yeah, absolutely. And we did extend, the thaw period just a couple minutes because of the tooth pain that everybody was having. It was pretty severe for some people, lasting 4, 5, 6 days. And so we did want to go ahead and, combat that a little bit. So instead of 12, we pushed it to 15. And so maybe that's why people are seeing a little bit more of a liquid ice cream here. And our texting schedule is a little more on time in terms of getting people their thawing period. We tightened the screws here. So I wanted to go ahead and address that, why some people may be seeing a little bit softer ice cream here going into this round.
And it might make a difference and might improve their times. We've seen that so far today. But I'm going to send it over to Matt Organista for a quick break. We are almost here with match number 4 for round number 2. Stick around. The ice cream challenge. Meeting number 4 today, it looks like it will be Shobun Brown Sugar Creamsicle Patula heading up against Mike Wags, aka the Wagon Wagner. It's going to be a big matchup today, but Shobun looks like he might have the edge. He had a 66-second time in the first round, Matt.
Yeah, and a lot of people are coming in and have really improved their times. I think that, when I first did my first trial run before we started the competition, I was coming in at about a minute 10. I cut that in half and went sub 40 seconds. And so I think you're seeing a lot of the same type of improvement this round as well. I expect some improvement from both Shobun and Mike coming up in this match. And maybe Mike will have what it takes to shave off that 45 seconds and really, give Shobun a run for his money.
Well, we're going to quickly go over to the highlight reel from round 1 as we bring Shobun in with just within the next minutes or so.
Small town. My mom grew up with a cow. Been drinking milk ever since I was born. I'm ready for this challenge.
Have you been watching? Have you seen any techniques? Have you picked up any techniques for yourself today?
Max, it's called the Indian dig. A lot of Koreans have been digged with this technique. I'm going to use it for ice cream.
A lot of talk for somebody with a cow. Looks like Shobun went to finish this round.
106.
Just that. When all
1 minute,
odds
6
were against
seconds.
him, he will finish with the shot and Shobun moving on to the next round. And just like that, we are ready to bring in Shobun Brown Sugar Creamsicle. He had a pretty impressive performance. Now, that brings me back. He was an underdog in the first round. Now he's coming in as the favorite. A little bit different way to prepare for a matchup, Matt.
Yeah, absolutely. You as an underdog, you come in with a chip on your shoulder, you're ready to compete, and you really want to prove yourself. And, when you come in and you are the favorite, it's easy to get complacent, easy to be content. And that's something you always have to battle as a competitor is, always, even if you're at the top or even if you're, reach your goal, to keep improving, keep getting better and keep going for that world record.
And we have Shobun in here himself. Brown Sugar Creamsicle is ready to rock and roll. A 66-second time in round 1. Are you looking to beat that today, Shobun?
It's been a rough week, Max. I've been investing in some utility tools to get my jaws in shape. My teeth took a beating, so I'm just trying to do my best here.
Now you have
on top.
You are the favorite heading into this matchup against Mikey Wags. We're going to bring him in right now. Mike Wagner will be entering the chat. But you're the favorite. You have about 30 seconds on him. Now, do you expect any pain in your teeth to bring down your time, Shobun?
Yeah, I did a test with some ice cream last night when I was watching a Matthew McConaughey movie. And
what was the movie?
It's called The Gentleman.
Excellent film.
You should all watch that. But there was some stinging sensation in my back molar. So, my wife got me this frozen jade roller. Hopefully that helps me out. We're here to win, though,
Beautiful. Well, we have a frozen jaw roller on the left, and we have Mike on the right. Mikey, how we doing?
Hey, great, Max. How you doing?
I'm doing well. We thank you for coming on, and we're ready to see this competition. Now, you have about 30 seconds to make up on Shobun's first round time from your first round time, but Shobun is somewhat disabled today. His teeth are aching. How do you plan to take advantage of that?
That's unfortunate, Shobun. I think you'll still give me a run for my money. You had a great time last week. I think, not having the extra 2 ounces should help me out this time. So we'll see what Haagen-Dazs can do.
We have Brown Sugar Popsicle versus the Wagon. We're going to be delidded, and here is Matt Organista for the countdown.
All right, guys, it's that time. Here we go. Tops off, spoons and forks in hands. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go, 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 go.
And we are off once again. Now, Shobun, the favorite heading into this one, but his teeth are aching. So that's something to pay attention to. It looks like he's really struggling through that brain freeze right here. Has to push through. Looking to beat his 66-second time in that first round. Now, here is Mike the Wagon Wagner. Mike Wagner with a 1:47 time in round 1 in the Rocky Road to the Championship. Looking to do better than that today. Mike off to a quick lead. Shobun giving him a run for his money. Mike in the Hawaiian shirt today, and he's seeing if it's going to do him well. Shobun with the tank top. Looks like this one is pretty close. Neither competitor really gaining any footing on the other.
Yeah, you know, it looks like Mike's getting a little bit of a brain freeze here and there. He's taking smaller bites. He has a lot on his spoon, but only small little bites. We'll see if he can really put the pedal to the metal here and finish it off.
We are nearing the 1 minute mark. Shobun looks like he might be almost finishing up this ice cream, really pushing through the pain.
Yeah, it's a really it's the battle of two strong competitors here. They might not have the times that the other people do, but you can see the competitive spirit in these two and the willingness to win.
Both of them are really, really doing everything they can to offset this brain freeze to get one more gulp in. Shobun almost has it done. That's brown.
And we got a time.
And there's
123.
The wagon takes it.
The wagon with the upset takes it home.
What a win there from Mike the Wagon Wagner. Minute 23, he improves his time by 25 seconds. And he gets the upset over Shobun. Shobun, we've had a lot of fun throughout this competition.
I'm gonna miss you, buddy.
Going home a little sorrowful today. Did you leave it all out on the ice cream court?
I really did. I actually abandoned my teeth and just started swallowing ice cream. Max, you're a gentleman and a scholar. You have a fan in me, so
thank you.
You'll follow your career with a great passion.
You know, Shobun, I'd like to say thank you for being on, but Mike the Wagon Wagner, what an absolute upset here. The Hawaiian shirt, it must have improved your eating habits here today. You knocked off 25 seconds. Did that have something to do with any kind of practice work that you did over the last week, that off season?
You know, maybe I want to say the opposite. I actually haven't eaten a single drop of ice cream since last Saturday's contest. You know, hats off to Shobun. He was a great, you know, matchup for me. I want to say, you know, what really maybe drove me a little bit was when Matt Lewis said, you know, called out the factor, I had the chip on my shoulder. I think that that really was the factor there.
Matt, this was a pretty big upset right here. Is Mike a force to be reckoned with moving forward in this competition?
You know, Mike's the kind of guy that raises to the level of competition. You know, he saw a competitor out there that had a better time than him. He improved his time and he beat him. I expect him to continue that trend going through the tournament. And no matter who he faces next round, I think he's going to rise that level. The cream rises to the top, so to speak, and he's going to be eating that cream.
Well, he's looking for that cream of wheat after today's competition. Mike, we're looking forward to seeing what you can do in the overweight 8 next weekend. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks, guys.
Yep,
Shobun,
good luck next week.
Thank you for being involved in this competition, and we'll be seeing you next year, I'm sure. But this was a pretty great one. Mike, Shobun, we're going to allow you guys to hop off, and we're going to bring up the brackets after the first 4 matchups today. So these should be, at this point, updated brackets for who has won, who has lost, who's moving on to the overweight 8. So in the first couple of matches today, we're looking over at Mike Wagner, who just we're pulling up this bracket right here. Beautiful. I'd like to thank Brian Cornett, Elliot Sassone, and everybody behind the scenes for all of the work that they've done. And just like that, here is our bracket today. Brian, make sure to close all your tabs. We have Tyler Berger going up against Tim Busbin. Now, Busbin with a 28-second time right there. He will be facing off against Mike the Wagon Wagner in the overweight 8 next week. Now, it looks like Busbin might have the edge over Wagner. We also saw Jacob Gray with a 26-second performance. That's a really impressive performance right there. And he will face off against either the winner of Matt Lewis or Connor Lewis. So Matt Lewis, you could be facing off against Jacob Gray, 26 seconds right there. That's pretty close to a tournament record, but not quite. We have Ken Rodriguez, who did hit the tournament record right there. 18 seconds for Ken K-Rod 3000 against Stuart the Forciata. And K-Rod has a chance to go up against Grant Nelson, who previously set our tournament record. But we got 4 more matches today to go through, and some pretty exciting ones to stay that. We're going to send it over here for Matt Organista. A quick break. We will be back with match number 5 today. Stick around. And we're just going to stay right here. It looks like, why don't we just get ready for the next matchup then?
Yeah, let's do it. I think that graphic brought us right into the next matchup, and we're ready to rock and roll.
Boy, did it. Boy, did it. Andrew the Litigator Essler versus Lucas Vanilla Thrilla Baker. And this is an exciting matchup once again. So this one is a little bit more even than we've seen some of the other ones. This could be a toss-up here.
Yeah, it really could be a toss-up here. I think that they're pretty evenly matched. I think it's going to be a real battle, a real competition, and like I mentioned earlier, the cream will rise to the top.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're looking for here. It looks like we're going to see what Andrew the Litigator Essler has done throughout this competition here so far. Right there, really pushing through. We're getting down to the finish right here. Shimke neck and neck with Andrew. Andrew, final bite down.
We're done. Andrew.
Andrew takes the win over Shimke.
1 minute 15 seconds. 1 minute 15 seconds.
And maybe I'll let this in for the guys that have it go. You just got to swallow it. So it gets tough. The brain freeze kicks in. You got to power through.
Looked like we might have had some technical difficulties on the video right there. But you get the gist. A big win there over Shimke, Andrew the Litigator Essler. He's a fierce competitor in this one, Matt.
Yeah, he really is. He knows what he's doing. He's a competitor, not only on the court, on the field, on the pitch, on the match, but also in the courtroom. He actually has passed the bar exam in 3 different states. Very smart guy, and that's why we call him the litigator.
California, New York, Pennsylvania, and I hear Guam as well. He's going to be facing up against Lucas Vanilla Thrilla Baker. Baker has an opportunity here. I think Andrew might have the edge as a favorite. Baker has a good chance for an upset here, Matt.
Absolutely. I definitely think so. I think that's going to be a coin toss here.
So before we bring in our competitors, we have an update on donations. It looks like yes, we are now up to $7,000 for donations. We're looking to hit $7,500 by the end of today's matchup. Now, all proceeds here going to COVID-19 relief. Matt, tell us a little bit more about this.
Yeah, so like I mentioned earlier, all proceeds are going to a few different COVID-19 relief funds, one of them being the CDC, one being the Red Cross, and also a couple others. And we do have a corporate sponsor, so every dollar is matched dollar for dollar. And so we're looking to get that dollar up.
If you enjoy what we're doing, please Venmo at Dragon Daddy and follow us on Instagram at Ice Cream Challenge 2020. But we're just about ready to bring in the competitors. I'm going to have Andrew the Litigator Essler coming in soon. Looks like that Andrew is connecting to his audio here. And we're quickly, we're going to bring in Lucas as well. Andrew, how are we doing?
Doing great. How are you doing, Max?
I'm doing well. You got the Eagles jersey on today. You're ready to fly high. You're ready for
I am ready.
SixCream matchup. What's it going to take for the win today?
I haven't touched ice cream since last week, but I think during that challenge right there, I was able to really develop a new strategy. I'm going to move forward with that this week, try it out. And I feel very confident. I feel great.
Great. Good to hear. It's going to be an exciting one. And now, we hear you're pretty vicious in the courtroom as well. You're going to be looking to do something now, not in the courtroom, but on the ice cream court today. Now, improving your time, what's it going to take to do something like that?
I think I got to cut down on the amount of chews. I get in there, it's tough. You want to chew and then swallow, but I think you just got to kind of push past that natural reflex and just really get in after it.
And I'm going to try and bring in Lucas Vanilla Thrilla Baker here. Let's see if he'll be connecting soon. Yes, there is Lucas Baker. He's connecting to audio here. Oh, man.
Oh, we got two. Oh, man, we got two football jerseys. We got Steve Young. We got Brian Dawkins. Who's going to be coming out victorious here? I love that.
What's next, baby?
Lucas, we're going to have you connect to our audio here. I think you're muted. And there we go. Lucas Baker here with us. We got the Niners versus the Eagles. who's going to take it here. This is a battle of the NFC. Lucas, thank you for joining us. Andrew, a pretty hefty matchup today. What's it going to take to knock off the litigator, Lucas?
Looking at the times, I was pretty slow last week. I didn't, kind of the same as Andrew. I heard him say he didn't eat any ice cream, but I've been doing my massages like I got recommended from our dentist, and I'm feeling ready to go here.
All righty. Well, I'm going to send it over to Matt Organista here for the countdown. We are delidded. It looks like, Matt Lewis. Matt Lewis, you going to count down?
Yeah, I'll do a countdown. We are having some technical difficulties on our timer. So let me go ahead and get my stopwatch going on my phone. Sorry about that, everybody. And let me just get that set up really quickly.
Lucas, Andrew, what are we doing on a hot day to keep cool other than eating ice cream?
It's a beautiful day here in Philadelphia. Nice 73 degrees, sunny outside. Went for a little hike earlier. It was great. Really worked up an appetite. So, I'm ready to really get down to it.
Okay, let's go. Lids off, spoons ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, eat.
And we're off between Andrew and Lucas Berger. Now, looks like Berger has a quick jump out to it, but Andrew doing what he can to keep in this matchup. Now we're around that 15-second mark, and both of them with hefty bites, keeping it together, trying to keep pace with one another. Is it going to be the Niners on the West Coast, or is it going to be the Eagles on the East Coast? Who will take it? Doesn't look like either of them have an edge so far. Both of them pretty close to each other. Andrew getting down to the end of his ice cream so far, and Lucas Berger doing all he can to keep pace.
We're about 40 seconds in.
Nearing that 1 minute time. Are they going to keep it below?
Done!
Lucas Berger.
Lucas Berger
takes the win. The upset
45
and the
seconds.
finish. 45 seconds. And Andrew was right behind.
What a match. What a match.
Boy, that was the closest one that we've seen, Matt.
Yeah, it was really an incredible battle. Just like in real life, the Niners are coming out victorious. Let's go San Francisco, baby.
Not at the Super Bowl.
Wow, that was a pretty impressive one. Lucas, knowing that it might have been a 1 second differential between being knocked out of this tournament and moving on to the overweight 8, how much does that extra push mean for you on a day like today?
Oh, it feels really good. Gets me motivated to prepare for, next week. And, I know it's going to be a stiff competition, but I'm feeling ready.
Andrew, you almost had it. You were right there. Was there anything you could have done to get that time down just 1 more second?
I took one scoop that was too big. That was it. That's all it took. It was a tipping point. Couldn't do it. Always next year.
Always next year. That's important, and we're excited to see what you could do next year. Andrew, we're grateful that you were a part of this competition, and we're grateful you made it onto the Sweet SixCream. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Lucas Berger moving on to the overweight 8. We will see you next week. Great win today.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. See you.
Matt, that was an impressive one. 45 seconds, the closest competition we've seen so far today. Did you expect it to be that close? I thought that one might have had maybe 10, 15 seconds in between.
Yeah, I definitely thought so. And, I think once they saw each other going at it, it really raised the level, just like Seabiscuit. He just needs another competitor out there to really kind of break through and really find his stride. And so I think that's what happened with Lucas. He was just like Seabiscuit.
Yeah, Lucas Berger, just like Seabiscuit. They call him Lucas Seabiscuit Berger for a reason.
Absolutely.
We're pretty close to our 5th matchup of the day, and this is the last matchup that we're going to have you on for, I believe.
Yes, this will be the last matchup I'm on for. I have to get ready for my next matchup, and we'll be bringing in a guest host, Caleb Gottschalk, for the next round.
So this one is going to be Trevor Lamode Smith versus James Bagnell, Jimmy Bag of Donuts. This is an impressive matchup right here. I think both of them have a chance to take this one. For me, there is no favorite. This one, for me, up in the air, Matt.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a coin toss. Vegas has them even. There's no home field advantage here. And so we'll see who really comes in.
Okay, well, it looks like we're going to get straight into this one now. These two competitors, they've been pretty neck and neck throughout this competition so far. So we're going to do our best to welcome in Trevor a la Mode Smith. And before we do that, we're going to see what he has done throughout this competition so far.
How Nick's doing. I can't see into it. He's got it really close to the mouth here. He's going with the Tim Busman chug. Oh, hey, listen, you got a brain freeze. You got a brain freeze.
Nick looking to push through that.
And we're done.
And it looks like Evan has it done.
1:05. 1 minute, 5 seconds. 1 minute, 5 seconds.
I feel terrible. That was great.
I'm gonna go pour some syrup and some sprinkles into this and have a nice full afternoon.
Hey Nick, why don't you get some food
Wayne
there,
Gretzky would be proud of me.
Well, that was going to be a preview for the next matchup because we queued up the wrong video. My mistake there. But we do have Trevor and we do have Jimmy Bag of Donuts coming on for this round.
What's going on, y'all?
Jimmy, how we doing? 6'8" and ready to party. You got a great win in the first round. It was 66 seconds for you. What's it going to take to improve that time to sub 1 minute today?
As Matt said last week, just full pedal to the metal, not stopping, just keeping it going.
A bag of donuts. Did you eat any donuts before today's matchup?
0 donuts, just some water, some coffee, just trying to get focused, ready to go.
Jimmy Bags is well hydrated. Trevor, thank you for joining us. You had a big upset in round 1, looking to do something similar in round 2. Which competitor was more fierce? Which one did you fear more?
Yeah, it's hard to say. The first one, I didn't really fear that much, but then remember the last minute head games where he didn't show up, and so that kind of really threw me. This one, it's pretty straightforward. He had a better time than me, so obviously he's got the advantage. I really feel like I have nothing to lose, though, so I'm ready for this one.
Your back is to the wall. Have you been practicing at all this week, Trevor?
I have not. I've been staying as far away from ice cream as I could have.
And either of you, any teeth aches after last week of matchup?
No, last time my whole strategy was to not chew. I had heard about the toothaches. I don't know if that's going to be a winning strategy, so I might have to change it up today, though.
Well, we're looking to gobble some ice cream, and we're just about ready to get underway. Now, Matt, I know that Jimmy Bag of Donuts he's one of your favorite competitors in this matchup. Is that who you're expecting to win?
Absolutely. I definitely think that, he might have the edge here. That the times also tell the story. And, he's the pride of Philly here. Sorry, Andrew Essler, who's also from Philly, but, he's 6'8", and Andrew Essler's 6'6" or 6'7", so we got a couple tall Philly guys. I'm kind of backpedaling in my statement here, but he's my guy.
I didn't realize he was 6'8". I am now more fearful of him.
Jimmy Bags is ready to get it done. He's ready to do the city of Philly proud. Now, in the last matchup, Andrew Essler was maybe half of a second away from a win, but he got upset. So it can take just one scoop, one bite to make the difference. But we are just about ready to get underway. I'm going to send it over to Matt Organista here for the countdown.
All right, guys, here we go.
Whoa.
Tops off. You got time, don't worry. You got tops off.
Got a little nervous there.
Tops off. Spoons in hands. You guys ready? Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go, 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 go.
And we are off. Now, this is the 6th matchup of today. Jimmy Bag of Donuts, he certainly had the favorite heading into this matchup, but Trevor off to a very hot start, and he's keeping great pace right now. We could see an upset. Jimmy trying to keep pace himself, trying to maybe even push his pace a little bit, but Trevor doing a real great job, and it looks like Trevor has it. 24 seconds. Oh, baby, is that an upset?
Wow. Look at that,
yeah.
Trevor.
Trevor had the pace from the get-go. He knew exactly what to do, and that was the upset of the tournament for me. 24 seconds right there. Trevor, much improved on your time from the first round. No practice this week. Was 7 days away from ice cream all you needed?
Yeah, I think in the switch up of the brands, the Halo Top last time I did was very icy. This one, the Haagen-Dazs with the 2 ounces less really helped out there.
Jimmy, did you expect to have to finish under 30 seconds?
Honestly, I wasn't prepared for that. It seems I was trying my best. I was more than halfway done. I thought I was honestly going to get there, but honestly, Trevor just got me there, and may the best man win. So good game, good job, Trevor. Cheers to you. I'll take a shot with you if you have it.
All right.
If you wait a second, I can go grab it.
All right.
Jimmy, we thank you so much for being a part of it. We thank you for joining, and we're grateful that we had you move on to the Sweet SixCream. We will be seeing you next year, but your time in the 2020 Ice Cream Challenge is over. Trevor, looks like you guys are taking your shots here, and we're excited to see what you could do next week in the Overweight 8. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, we got Gotti on the screen. That is right, Caleb Gottschalk.
How we doing, boys?
We got a new announcer coming on for this next matchup. Matt Lewis is going to be competing. Gotti, you're on. Matt, I'm going to send it away from you.
Yep.
We're going to get into what this matchup really entails. Gotti, thanks for joining us. How are we doing today?
Absolutely fantastic. I've never been better. Just enjoying, an ice cold one from my sponsor. Living the dream over here, bud.
I feel you. Yeah. Good to hear. Now, Gotti, what does that hat say? Can you read it off to us?
Yeah. Wine 'em, dine 'em, 69 'em. One of the mottos I live by. I was taught young,
But weren't we all?
And, it works. I stick with it and it works.
And a great message to send out to the children that are watching and competing in today's matchup. We see Connor Lewis, who will be competing in the next matchup, and you'll be announcing that one. Make sure to show him the hat as well. But
Will do.
Matt Lewis, he set the original tournament record time. It's been beaten a few times. Do you expect Matt Lewis to be one of the best competitors in this competition anymore? Or do you think that he has maybe his hands too full?
I heard Matt put this whole thing together, and I'm sure he rigged it some way to make him the best. He has to have. We all would have done it, right?
I certainly would have.
Who's watching his thaw period, by the way?
I think Matt Organista is paying attention to the thaw period. And with that in mind, we're going to send it over to Matt Organista here for a quick break, but we are just about to be right back for the next matchup. Stick around. 2020 Ice Cream Challenge coming to you. Woo! We are back here at the 2020 Ice Cream Challenge. Now, I might have gotten ahead of myself. I might have talked about our matinee matchup a little bit too early. This next matchup, we do have Gotti on. That is Caleb Big Daddy Gottschalk, who will be our guest announcer. Here is Gotti himself. He will be on, and we will be seeing Evan Lil Scoop Haptic heading up against Grantel Nelson. Now, Grant Nelson, he set the record for 36 seconds after day 2. That was a pretty impressive
Hell of a showing. Hell of a showing.
What's it going to take Evan Haptic to beat Grant Nelson today?
Oh, man. You're asking me that question? Oh, boy. He's going to need 9-iron, maybe buffalo, live or stuffed, preferably stuffed, maybe a couple ice cubes. He's going to need a lot, bud.
Well, Evan, you hear that? You heard it here first. You're going to need a lot, but we're going to queue up Grant Nelson, what he has done throughout this tournament so far.
You know, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling well rested, well trained. I'm ready to rock.
It's been a close matchup here. It looks like Zach's hitting a little bit of a break. He's hitting the wall, and Grant Nelson is still going strong. He looks like he's hitting a little wall too.
Yeah, it looks like Zach is really trying to push through that.
Was not ready for that.
Oh, man!
Wow.
Very impressive time, and the king has been dethroned, and that king is no longer me.
Grant Nelson, that 36-second time, the tournament record time at the time. That was a big performance. We're just about ready to welcome him on. I'm Max Kelton here with Gotti, and we are getting ready for, I think, our biggest matchup of the day. This is our marquee matchup, and here he is, Grant the Tank Nelson. Grantel, connecting to audio. Gotti, giving him the round of applause. Grant, how we doing?
Hey, Grant.
What's up, guys? I'm doing good. I'm ready to rock. This is round 2. There's been some good competition today. Wow.
Yeah. You know, you're not the tournament record holder anymore. As of right now, 18 seconds is the new tournament record. Is that within reach?
You know, I don't know anymore. 18 seconds is pretty impressive. We got to call the Guinness Book of World Records because I could believe it when I saw it.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive. Now, Gotti, Grant Nelson, he's been a force to be reckoned with. What do you have for him heading into this one?
I like his odds on this one. Evan, I heard he had a couple of pops last night. So I think, Grant, you got this one in the bag. But, you know, don't take that for granted, bud. I do have a question for you, Grant. What kind of exercises, stretching have you been doing?
You know, I've really just been working the bicep routine with the Haagen-Dazs in hand. I've been putting a big focus, making sure you go slow on it though, just so I have that proper, you know, spoon to mouth scoop, you know, rhythm.
Yep.
So,
good. Yeah, that's a winner.
Yeah.
I mean, it was in the first round. We'll see if it'll do the trick in the second round. We're going to have Evan Haptic coming in soon. Here's what he has done throughout this competition so far. Oh, looks like we're just going to have Evan coming in. No need. Evan, how are we doing today?
Been great. Wow. Look at this.
What's up, dude?
It looks like he's facing off against Gotti. Both have their glasses on right here. Evan Haptic, you're going up against Grant Nelson here. Grant set the tournament record after his first matchup. What's it going to take to beat somebody of this stature today?
I don't know that it's possible, but I'm going to give it my full effort. You know, if I could get down below 45, I heard Grant had a pretty long night last night. I don't know what he was up to. Maybe up too late. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to affect me, but I heard you had the same. So it looks like an even playing field.
Alrighty, well, it looks like we are ready. I'm going to send it over to Matt Organista here for the countdown.
All right, guys, here we go. Tops off.
Gentlemen,
Spoons,
start your
forks, and
engines.
hands. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go, 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 go.
Nobody getting too antsy now. Grant Nelson off to a hot start. We saw him slow down a little bit through his first matchup. We're going to see if he keeps pace here. He wants to keep and maintain pace. Evan Haptic with some big bites right there. Really big gulps. Really trying to gargle that ice cream. Grant Nelson doing all he can to get to beat his original time. There's Grant slowing things down, scooping up the last couple bits that he has. Almost done with that ice cream. I know how that spoon is working. Evan Haptic close behind. This is a neck and neck matchup. Who is going to take it here? And there's Grant Nelson, 42 seconds. He'll take the dub. He'll take the win. He will move on to the overweight 8.
Woo. Damn.
That was a pretty impressive one. Evan, you had an opportunity there to take a step on Grant, but you could not capitalize. What was slowing you down?
I don't know what it was today, but I do have ice cream all over my laptop now.
Oh, there we go.
Well done, Dan.
Both you guys had a long night last night. It looked like Evan's might have been a little bit longer. You were able to come out with the victory. What does it mean for you on a day like today?
You know, to overcome after, you know, a couple pops and I had a breakfast sandwich this morning. That was probably not a good idea. You know, I just feel, you know, thankful. You know, Evan's a tough competitor here. He really is.
Gotti, this was a pretty surprising one.
Not at all. I knew it was coming the whole way. I had about $100 on Grant. So thank you, Grant.
There we go.
And COVID, that's going 50%. What did we end up with? 50% cut off the top.
Yeah.
It's going to a great cause. So thank you, Grant. Thank you, Evan, for losing. And boys, congratulations. You're moving on to the what do we got next? The elite.
Yeah. Well, Evan, we're grateful that you were on. We're grateful that you were a part of this, and we thank you for joining us through the Sweet Six Cream.
Thank you so much for letting me be a part of this. Want to thank all the other competitors, friends and family who donated money. It's all for a good cause. So right on.
And Grant Nelson moving on to the overweight 8. This is what it has all been on the really riding on. Big performance next week. You could be moving on to the Frozen 4 as well. We're excited to see what you could do throughout this competition. Thanks so much, Grant.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Grant.
Now, Gotti pretty special throughout this broadcast. We're grateful to have you on. Any last words?
You know, may the winds be always at your back. I love you guys. Thanks for having me on. This was a good time. And again, shout out to my sponsor, Coors Light, Bass Pro Shops. I mean, I couldn't have done it without them. So thanks a lot, Max.
You bet, Big Daddy. Thanks for joining us. Thanks so much. And we're going to send it over here. We're going to take a quick break. We have one more matchup today. Stick around. Matt Lewis facing off against Connor Lewis. And we're going to have Jacob Gray on as our guest announcer right around the corner here in 2020.
Love you guys.
at the 2020 Ice Cream Challenge. Now, we are almost done with the Sweet SixCream. We have one more match left, and it's a battle between uncle and nephew. Matt Lewis, 39 seconds in round one, taking on Connor Lewis, who had a 3:35 time. And we're going to be bringing in a guest host for this matchup. That is Jacob Gray, who is just about ready to come into the picture. That is Cardinal Gray, who we have right here. Jacob, connecting to audio.
Do we have everything?
There we go. There we go. Jacob, thanks so much for joining us once again. 26 seconds earlier today. That was a record time for us. We are grateful to have you back on for this matchup.
Hey, thanks so much. I'm grateful to be on. I'm excited for it. What do we got? The last match of the day, right?
Last matchup of the day. It is Matt Lewis versus Connor Lewis. Now, Connor Lewis doesn't quite have the age on Matt. Does he have the edge?
You know, I think it's an interesting approach by Mr. Lewis there to, put himself against a much younger, smaller stomach, smaller eating habits, I imagine, from his nephew. But, teach their own. And I think, his nephew's he's just been such a competitor in this thing. It's been awesome to see him do his thing. So, I hope that, he pulls a rabbit out of the hat here and challenges Matt.
Well, he's had a great competition. Let's see what he's done.
Sorry, I'm sorry, what was that?
Oh, no, we're going to send it over to see what Connor has done so far. No worries.
That's great. Sounds great. I'm locked in.
Yeah, rock and roll. Okay, let's switching out spoons once again. Here is Connor looking to gullet this one down a little bit more. Connor looks like he's scooping up the last little bit of his ice cream. Michaela trying
Last little bits.
keep
There it is.
his pace. Connor almost done here. It looks like Connor, chocolate around his mouth, beats out his sister Michaela, but a terrific matchup for both of them. Now, Connor was eating the chocolate in round one. It looks like he'll probably be going with the vanilla in round two. And we're going to bring Connor in right now. Looks like he's just about ready to come in. Max Kelton here with Jacob Gray. Now, Jacob set a tournament record earlier today at 26 seconds. And yes, here is the man, the myth, the legend himself. Yes, Connor Lewis. How are we doing, Connor? Absolutely fabulous. Let me see. Maybe connect into audio. Here we go. Connect into audio. Hi, Connor. Almost. Can you hear me? I can't. Matt, how are we doing here? There we go. Mark, great to see you as well. Connor, how are we doing?
Good.
You sound very excited. You ready to eat some ice cream?
Sort of.
Speak loud.
Sort of.
You're facing off against your uncle today. Is Matt Lewis your favorite uncle?
Say no.
Say no. No.
Did Dad force you into this today, Connor?
Answer him.
Yes. No.
Well, Connor is ready to eat some ice cream. Matt Lewis here with us. Matt, we've seen you on screen a lot today, but now you're in the competitor's outfit. You ready to put up a fight?
Just like my jacket says, Plow King's here, ready to rock and roll, baby. Let's go.
Well, we are just about ready to rock and roll. I'm going to send it over here for Matt Organista for the countdown.
All right, guys. Connor, take it easy on your uncle, okay? I know he thinks he's hot stuff, but take it easy. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go, 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 go.
It's hard.
So this is the last matchup of the day. I'm Max Kelton alongside Jacob Gray. And we got a great matchup for you here. It's Matt Lewis facing off against Connor Lewis. Matt Lewis going for a record time. He's at 15 seconds right now, gulp after gulp, really trying to muscle that down. Connor Lewis just keeping pace, enjoying ice cream as much as he can.
Oh, boy.
Matt Lewis is surprised right here. He's thinking to himself, how did Ken hit 18 seconds? Well, Matt, I'll tell you, I have no idea myself. 35 seconds is the winner. He beats his previous time and he'll move it on to the overweight 8. Boy, was that an impressive one. Connor Lewis, how was that ice cream for you?
Cold.
Boy, was it. Boy, was it. At least you enjoyed some good ice cream today. Glad that you had something sweet for you. Matt Lewis, that's a good win right there. Is that the time that you were expecting?
To be honest, it's quite similar to the time I had last time. I expected a little bit faster. I did hit more of a brain freeze this time than I did the previous time. The outsides were pretty warm, but when I got to that cold center, it was hard, it was cold, and it was tough to get down.
Now, Jacob, what are your takeaways after this one?
It seems like Matt's setting himself up for a lot of excuses, which I understand. He's probably a little scared right now. I didn't expect a low time as I did today. But given 15 minutes to thaw out, I only had 5 to 10 the first time. So, I think he's in for it. And I think he's feeling that. He's trembling a little bit. He's scared. He's tired. He's a little soft. But great job by Connor competing here. I think hats off to you, little man. And one day you're going to be winning this thing.
Connor, I think you did a fabulous job today. Thank you for being on with us.
Thank you.
You bet. Matt, a great win for you today. You're moving on to the overweight 8. Is this everything you dreamed of?
Absolutely. You know what? Aside from my own, victory here today, I think just the competition itself. We're just at $7,300 raised. If we can get that extra $200 in by the end of this broadcast, we will have hit our $7,500, and that is going to be a true victory. And that's the victory we're looking for, not just any individual victory, but a victory for everybody here. And a victory.
That's a success in itself, Matt. That's a great point.
Absolutely.
And Jacob, we'd like to say thank you for being our guest on here today. And we're excited to see what you could do in the overweight 8. Both of you.
Thanks so much for having me, Max. Appreciate you, man. And this is an awesome deal. It's great to be a part of it. I'm grateful to do so, and look forward to whooping Matt's ass next weekend.
we look forward to Jacob.
Alrighty, Jacob. We'll see you soon. At this point, we're going to bring up our graphics.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
Where we are for this competition.